There is a plot of land smaller than most people's living rooms that, in 1890, was feeding a Parisian family and generating the equivalent of a six-figure income. No machinery, no chemicals, no irrigation system, just hands and compost. And a method so effective the industrial system made sure you never learned it. The moment I found this system, everything I knew about gardening broke apart and rebuilt itself into something completely different. It's time to reveal the hidden history. Just outside the walls of 19th century Paris existed a ring of growers, called the maraîchers. Most worked less than 2 acres, some less than half. But what they grew and how much they earned reads like fiction today. They were harvesting lettuce in February, carrots through the heart of November. They did it by building living soil so biologically active it generated its own heat. Their beds weren't just soil, they were ecosystems. Manure piled 2 feet deep, glass covers trapping the sun, microorganisms turning waste into nutrition instantly. The soil was alive in a way most people today have never touched. Then the 20th century happened. The logic shifted to output per machine. The French intensive method wasn't disproven. It was simply inconvenient. For nearly a century, it was quietly buried under the weight of industry. The men who held this knowledge aged. The system faded into memory. Pillar 1. Deep living soil. Most gardens are tilled 6 inches deep. The maraîchers went to 24, twice what a typical tiller reaches. They used double digging, loosening the subsoil without inverting it. Roots reached maturity faster. Water moved through it without pooling. Pillar 2. Hexagonal planting. In conventional gardens, space is wasted. The maraîchers planted in offset patterns, nestled in every gap. When mature, the canopy touches, shading the soil perfectly. This shading suppresses weeds and retains moisture without irrigation. Pillar 3. Succession planting. A bed is never empty, ever. The moment one crop comes out, another goes in, that same day. While radishes were growing, lettuce seedlings were already 4 weeks old. A small bed can produce 5 distinct crops per year instead of 1. Pillar 4. Direct to table. Supermarket lettuce earns cents. Sold directly, it commands dollars. Same seeds, different reality. The system wasn't replaced because it failed. It was inconvenient. Industrial systems need wide rows. Wide rows need chemicals. Chemical nitrogen degrades soil life. The cycle is the product. The French intensive system asks you to grow for the soil itself. Narrow beds are perfect for human hands. Planners hate them. Families spend thousands on food. Much of it goes to packaging. This garden can displace thousands of dollars of annual spending. Managed well, it produces primary income on a tiny quarter acre. Starting costs are lower than almost any other income project. A quarter acre is more than enough. Many work on far less. The tools: a quality spade, a broad fork, a hand rake, that's it. Total investment: $300 for tools that outlast you. The compost. This is your competitive advantage. Start it first. Run 3 bins in rotation. Source materials for free locally. Cold frames built from salvaged windows. Row covers for frost. This separates a 6-month season from a 10-month one. Cold gold. Year 1, you are building. Year 2, you are calibrating. Year 3, the soil has compounded. Your hands know the timing naturally. A single 100-foot bed can produce $600 per year. 20 beds generate $12,000 annually. Conservatively, a CSA model aligns perfectly. Income arrives before expenses do. This is documented reality from growers working right now. There is something beyond numbers. When soil is alive, it feels different. Growth rates faster than logic. Flavor beyond anything in plastic. You will understand why they guarded this knowledge so carefully. The ground beneath your feet is waiting. Reclaim your sovereignty. If this opened something for you, subscribe so you don't miss more. Share this. The information is here. The soil is ready. Start today. Inside, every leaf is a microscopic factory. Active chloroplasts turning sunlight into fuel. Biological engineering at the cellular level. Intricate. The 19th century hotbed. A layer of fresh manure beneath the soil generating heat. A low-tech geothermal reactor for winter greens. Genius. Soil isn't just dirt, it's capital. A renewable wealth system that compounds every year you feed it. True economic sovereignty. Wealth. Income arrives daily. Direct cash flow from your plot to your pocket. No middlemen, no corporate margins. Pure profit for the grower. Cash. When the storms come, the living soil holds. Its deep organic structure acts like a sponge, absorbing and storing life-giving water. Sponge. The Seed Vault, a legacy of resilient strains saved and passed down through generations. Ancestral plant wisdom preserved in wood and shadow. Vault. Every packet is a promise, a contract with the future. Heirloom seeds that know your climate better than any commercial lab. Promise. Seeds. The future is glass and green. Small-scale, highly productive units that can feed a family and a community regardless of global shifts. Greenhouse. Deep planning by candlelight. The ancestral wisdom of the soil meeting the modern need for independence. A blueprint for survival. Wisdom. We are reclaiming what was lost. The buried secrets of the maraîchers are being unearthed for a new age of self-sufficiency. Reclaim. The invisible network is waking up. Billions of organisms per handful, waiting to transform your yard into a living pantry. Handful. Life. As prices climb, your soil value rises. You are growing your way out of the industrial trap, one bed at a time. Escape. Inflation. Keep your tools sharp. Keep your focus sharper. The soil responds to the diligent hand. Diligence is the key to abundance. Sharp. Key. The food forest, a multi-layered ecosystem that mimics the resilience of nature. Overstory, understory, and living ground cover working in harmony. Harmony. Natural filtration. Water captured, stored, and cycled through the soil. A closed-loop system that creates independence from the grid. Independence. Water. A network of resilience. Patchwork gardens across the landscape, feeding communities and reclaiming the land. This is the new underground. Network. In diversity, there is strength. Thousands of varieties, each with a story, each a genetic insurance policy for the uncertain years ahead. Diversity. Strength. The garden is a sanctuary, a place where the noise of the world fades, replaced by the rhythm of the seasons and the pulse of life. Sanctuary. Peace. Step into the green, reconnect with the source. The soil is calling us back to a way of life that is purposeful, productive, and free. Source. Free. We are unearthing the blueprint. The ancient wisdom of the maraîcher is our guide to a future of food sovereignty and living wealth. Blueprint. Future. It starts with your hands. It starts with the dirt. It starts today. The living pantry is not a dream. It is an operating reality. Today. Reality. Equip yourself. The tools are simple, the system is proven, and the ground is ready. Reclaim your backyard. Reclaim your life. Equip. Reclaim. Trust the biology. The worms, the fungi, and the bacteria are your most powerful allies. They work while you sleep. Allies. Biology. Sleep. Map your own path. Every square foot counts. Every bed is a step toward independence. Map it out. Step by step. Independence. Path. The market is waiting for what you grow. Variety, flavor, and truth. This is the currency of the new world. Truth. Currency. Waiting. Abundance is inevitable when you partner with the soil. The harvest is just the beginning of the compounding life. Beginning. Abundance. Compounding. Winter is no longer a barrier. It is a season of growth. The hotbeds and cold frames are your armor against the cold. Barrier. Armor. Growth. Feel the heat. The soil is alive. The thermal engine of the intensive bed is the heartbeat of your pantry. Heartbeat. Heat. Engine. Turn your waste into gold. The alchemical process of composting is the ultimate renewable wealth system. Gold. Alchemical. Waste. Wealth. Under the glass, life thrives. The microclimate you create is a sanctuary for growth in any weather. Sanctuary. Thrive. Weather. Glass. The invisible billions are your workforce. Feed them, and they will feed you for generations. Workforce. Generations. Feed. Invisible. The industrial era is fading. The age of the living soil is returning. Choose the path of the sage. Path. Sage. Soil. Fading. Break the cycle of dependence. You don't need their inputs when you have the soil's wisdom. Independence. Cycle. Wisdom. Dependence. The secrets are hidden in plain sight, under your feet, waiting for you to start digging. Secrets. Sight. Digging. Waiting. Feet. Rebuild from the ruins of the old system. The foundation of the future is organic and deep. Foundation. Future. Rebuild. Ruins. Deep. Go deep. The first pillar is the bedrock of your success. 24 inches of living wealth. Bedrock. Success. Pillar. Wealth. Deep. Loosen the earth. Let the air in. The broad fork is your key to unlocking the soil's potential. Key. Earth. Potential. Loosen. Broad fork. The roots know the difference. In deep soil, they dive, finding the moisture and nutrients they need. Roots. Difference. Dive. Nutrients. Deep. Maintain the momentum. Year after year, the soil compounds its productivity. Compounding. Momentum. Year. Productivity. Soil. Wasted space is a thing of the past. The hexagonal pattern is the geometry of abundance. Geometry. Abundance. Past. Hexagonal. Wasted. No gaps. Every inch is producing. This is the intensive way. The way of the maraîchers. Maraîchers. Intensive. Producing. Inch. Way. The canopy is your protector, shading the soil and keeping the weeds at bay. Protector. Canopy. Shading, weeds, bay, soil. Conventional failure is a choice. Choose the system that works with nature, not against it. Choice. System. Nature. Works. Failure. Choice. The wheel never stops turning. Succession is the heartbeat of the perpetual harvest. Heartbeat. Succession. Turning. Wheel. Harvest. Stops. Immediate replacement. No downtime. The bed is always working for you. Downtime. Replacement. Working. Bed. Immediate. Always. Working. Stagger your starts. Be ready for the next move. The garden is a game of timing and skill. Game. Garden. Timing. Skill. Ready. Move. Stagger. The math adds up. 5 crops instead of 1. That is the multiplication of survival. Math. Multiplication, survival, crops, 1, 5, adds. Cut the cord. Direct to table is the path to financial freedom. Cord, freedom, path, direct, table, cut, financial freedom. The handoff, the smile, the truth. This is what food was always meant to be. Truth. Food. Meant. Handoff. Smile. Always. Meant. The truth is inconvenient for them, but it is essential for you. Reveal the secret. Essential. Secret. Reveal. Truth. Inconvenient. Them. Dependence is a trap. Break free with the soil's own chemistry. Trap. Dependence. Break. Free. Chemistry. Soil. Own. Chemistry. Choose life. Dead soil is a desert. Living soil is a pantry. Choice. Life. Desert. Pantry. Soil. Dead. Living. Choice. Life. Sovereignty is in the structure. The soil's ability to hold water is its strength. Structure, sovereignty, ability, water, strength, soil, structure. Independence is in your hands. Literally, the garden is your sovereignty. Sovereignty. Hands, independence, garden, literally, your hands. $15,000. That is the price of their convenience. What is the price of your freedom? Price. Freedom. Convenience, $15,000. Their convenience. Price. Pantry forest. The abundance of the intensive plot is your insurance policy. Insurance, abundance, pantry, forest, intensive, plot, abundance. The plot thickens, the yield increases. The future is bright, thickens, bright, future, yield, increases. Plot, thickens, bright. Build your future. The blueprint is here. The start is now. Blueprint, future, start, build, now, here. Blueprint, future, now. Acre, quarter acre, 6 figures. The math doesn't lie. Maraîcher, math, figures. Acre, quarter, maraîcher, math, figures. Tools of the trade, the spade, the fork, and the rake. Your allies in abundance. Trade, allies, abundance, spade, fork, rake. Tools, trade, allies. Life wealth. Investment in quality tools is an investment in your legacy. Wealth, quality, investment, legacy. Life, wealth, quality, investment, legacy. First principles. Start with the soil factory. The alchemical bins of renewal. Principles, factory, alchemical, renewal. First. Principles, factory, alchemical. Local sources. Free gold. Turn their waste into your wealth. Gold, waste, wealth, sources, local, sources, free, gold, turn, waste, wealth. Cold gold. Season extension is the secret to year-round production. Secret, extension, production, gold, cold, gold, season, extension, secret, year-round, production, year-round. 10 months, winter harvest. The glass is your shield. Glass, shield, harvest. Winter, months, year-round. 10 months, winter, harvest, glass, shield. Timeline of growth. Year 1, 2, 3. The compounding effect of living soil. Growth. Compounding. Effect. Timeline. Soil. Growth. Compounding. Effect. Timeline. Soil. Timing is everything. Your hands know. The biology knows. Real growth. Hands. Biology. Growth. Timing. Everything. Real. Growth. Hands. Biology. Growth. Timing. Everything. Wealth value. $600 per bed. The economics of the intensive garden are clear. Value. Economics. Garden. Clear. Wealth. Value. $600. Economics. Garden. Clear. Cash flow. Income up front. The CSA model is the grower's best friend. Cash. Income. CSA. Friend. Cash. Flow. Income. CSA. Friend. Cash. Order. Connection. Community. The garden brings people together. Connection. Community. Garden. Together. Order. Connection. Community. Garden. Together. Order. Reality now. Documented success. This is working right now. Success. Working. Now. Reality. Documented. Reality. Now. Documented. Success. Working. Now. Reality. Feel the life. The soil is more than just dirt. It is a partner. Life, partner, dirt, soil. Feel. Life, soil, dirt, partner. Life, partner, dirt, soil, feel. Taste the difference. Flavor that has a story. Flavor that has a home. Taste, story, home, difference. Flavor, taste, difference. Flavor, story, flavor, home. Taste, story, home, difference, flavor. Understanding legacy. Why they guarded the knowledge. Why they passed it down. Legacy, knowledge. Guarded, understanding. Legacy, understanding. Legacy. Why. Guarded, knowledge. Why. Passed, down. Legacy. Waiting ground. Reclaim your sovereignty. The information is here. Ground, reclaim, sovereignty. Information. Here. Waiting, ground. Reclaim, sovereignty. Information. Here. Waiting. Season by season. Subscribe. Reclaim. Dig. Join. Season. Subscribe. Reclaim. Dig. Join. Season. Subscribe. Reclaim. Dig. Join. Season. Start today. The soil is ready. The pantry is living. Start. Ready. Living. Pantry. Today. Start. Today. Soil. Ready. Pantry. Living. Start. Ready. Living. Pantry. Today. Start.